So I pet goat to the video that came out the last Dragon year, 2012, also a leap year, um, which was when they gave us that 2012 Olympic opening ceremonies ritual, which showed us all of 2020. And then by the way, he's got a right eye wound here and he's rising up out of the abyss. This is an AI. And AI made this. They put a front man to it like they do, Steve Jobs, a front man. They always have a front man for everything, but the AI is what writes songs, writes and directs movies, shows the directors how to do it through computer animation, writes the script, does it all. Probably even tells them exactly what actors they want in the movie. And there's his right eye wound. Okay. And he comes rising up through a full moon. And we know the Dark Knight Rises came out 2 days after the Dark Knight. Dark Knight was about the darkened right eye. The Antichrist right eye is utterly darkened per Zechariah 11:17. And there he is coming up through this full moon. And we know Barbie, Barbenheimer, pink. Barbie pink. The April full moon is the pink full moon. There's the big explosion that Oppenheimer is about. It's not really about what that war was. It's going to be about who can make war with the beast when all of this goes down. Um, when you get into the Red Horse, we have to think there's going to be some sort of explosion that takes place. And what else? So they released Barbie and Oppenheimer on the same day, which was the 21st of July. It's exactly 9 months. That's the amount of time to birth something, isn't it? 9 exact months from the release of Barbie and Oppenheimer, creating Barbenheimer was what they called it throughout the Hollywood world. And they have memes about it. And this was one of them. One of them had Oppenheimer riding in the back seat of her pink car. It's the pink full moon in April. And this Xavier begins with X, and the X across America, total solar eclipse. That forms the X across America, along with the first one, the first swipe of the X was April 21st, 2017. Ironically, the exact midpoint of that is there was another total solar eclipse halfway between both solar eclipses on December 14th, which is when they delivered the therapy for the first time. And Biden got his electoral votes. It was 2014. I mean, excuse me, December 14th, 2020. So this guy runs a 40-yard dash. His name begins with the X. So the X across America, his name's Xavier, the X across America, and he broke a record running a 4.21. This X across America, total solar eclipse on April 8th is also the new moon for the pink full moon. So if he were to then go down, the Dark Knight came out 2 days before the Dark Knight Rises. It was July 18th was its worldwide release date, not the premiere date. The premiere date was the 14th. But they also line up also because the Dark Knight Rises premiere date was also 4 days before the wide release. But the Dark Knight came out July 18th. Dark Knight Rises came out July 20th. So you see what they did there. He rose on the third day. The Dark Knight's about the darkened right eye of the Antichrist, per Zechariah 11:17. So did he really run a 4.21 or did they just code that for us? because his name, because he's really fast. They knew he would run somewhere down there, so they just said 421, record is broken because his name begins with X, Xavier. And we have this X across America, total solar eclipse coming up. So that's how it works. Xavier equals X across America. Is that possible? Is that what they did? Barbenheimer, exactly 9 months to the day of 421 when the event would take place, the false flag right eye wound event, and he would rise on the third day up through the pink Barbie, the pink full moon. It's a very significant full moon because its new moon that delivered it was the total solar eclipse that makes the X across America. I don't know. It's just our best Robert Langdon Blues Clues. What do I call it? Robert Langdon Technology Incorporated. All right, love you.